Our second speaker is Sloane Phillips. And during her time at CU, Sloane worked for Victoria's Secret for 2 years as a campus representative. We'll move on. And landed a coveted summer internship at the Ketchum Public Relations in Los Angeles as a member of the corporate communications team, where she created and managed a public outreach campaign for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Last summer, she worked for a small .com startup, developing and implementing their internet marketing strategy. And finally, her experience over the past few years as the marketing coordinator for Boulder Fitness Studio has solidified her interest in pursuing a career in the marketing field. You notice for both of them how tired they make me feel. And it's like everybody, this first two rows, it's the same. After graduation, she will travel to New Zealand, Australia, and Bali for an indefinite amount of time. How does that work? And plans to move to Southern California afterwards to pursue a career in marketing and advertising. Got some random facts for you. She ventured through the San Juan Mountains on a llama backpacking trip and single-handedly survived a near llama trampling. Hear about that, hopefully. Hear about that. She's allergic to gluten, but likes to pun and merge words together. Merging words or words. It's not torque, right? Different twerking or merging. And she has a knack, as you will see, for making people smile. Let's welcome Sloane Phillips.
Hi everyone. I'm going to try to keep this short and upbeat, just like me. So first of all, thank you, Dr. Zeiler, for that lovely introduction. Thank you, honored faculty, distinguished guests, undistinguished guests. Thank you to all the parents and families here today, especially all the out-of-town guests who are not used to this cold weather. On behalf of the grads, thank you guys all for being here. And thank you, small class of 2013. As a fellow graduate, I think I can say that after 14,000 hours here, we are finally ready to get out of here. I feel like our time at CU, I'm going to use a metaphor. I feel like our time at CU has been like a trip, a 4 to 5 year long trip. And we took it to a completely new country, a country in which our Buff One card doubled as our passport. And not only did it immortalize one awful facial expression for the last 2 years, but it also gave us keys to all aspects of the university. In our travels, we tasted local delicacies like Cosmos Pizza, observed national holidays like 420 and St. Patrick's Day, and also stood shoulder to shoulder as we went to war, otherwise known as the Rocky Mountain Showdown. But as international affairs students, I believe that we got so much more out of this experience. In our studies, we were exposed to the world around us and the realities in politics, economics, and current events. We learned about divisiveness and polarization, social pressures, and also about being open to compromise. We practiced critical thinking and discussion in order to make informed decisions and recommendations. And through our study abroad experiences, most of us learned what assimilation and integration truly mean. But more importantly, during our time practicing and applying everything we learned, we developed the tools and the techniques that are necessary to go out into the world and do something and to actually make a difference while doing it. I remember walking into Dr. Burse's IAFS 1000 class freshman year, like many of us did, and not knowing a thing about international affairs. I knew the world was round, but that's about it. But as I took more international affairs classes, I surprised myself in what I learned, the information I retained, and the opinions that I formed. I remember once, over winter break, a year or two ago, I was at home, and my family was hiking up a mountain behind our house, and I was talking with my brother, who's pre-med genius, and outsmarted my sister and I for as long as I can remember. And he brought up game theory. I know. But long story short, my brother and I ended up having a discussion about it and the strategies and the outcomes associated with it. And I found that I was the one explaining things to him and asking him if he knew what things meant for once. Meanwhile, my dad turns around and is like, "How do you know this?" But anyways, whether or not you're at the top of a mountain explaining theory to your brothers and sisters, or enacting policy at a state level, the IAFS major has taught us how to understand and how to take that understanding and channel it into making critically thought out decisions and conclusions. And as a result, we're better prepared to go out into the world and be the future global leaders that take over the responsibility from our parents' generation. A wise professor I had once, Dr. Melinda Kane, she's here, said that almost 84% of the country, otherwise known as the mass American public, is uninformed, uninterested, and uninvolved in international affairs. Well, class of 2013, I am happy to report that we are not among that 84%. We are among the 16% that is informed, that is interested, and that is involved in international affairs. So leave today, go celebrate and have fun, start the job hunt, or go travel. But no matter what you do, stay informed. Be the person that is explaining game theory or dependency theory to your friends and family. Either way, in 10 to 20 years, when you look back on your trip to the University of Colorado, you will recall all the fond memories made here. The days you made your best friends, the nights you drank too much, the nights you studied too much, and all of the times in between. Congratulations, class of 2013. We did it.